Hello, and welcome to Mans Who Play Mons, episode 42. This, of course, is our randomized Generation 1 Pokemon Battle recap Twitch show, formerly a podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ilya,
I'm your other host, Matt.
also known as what was it, like a dumb idiot who smells bad?
I mean, that's something that you said that you didn't even have the courage to say to my face.
Well, you
Something
heard
you
it
said
eventually,
behind
didn't
my
you?
back.
You heard it eventually at
Yeah,
two times speed, didn't you?
I did. I did eventually hear it at two times speed while I was doing the show titling.
How did that make you feel?
I expect no better from you at this point.
Okay, fair enough. Well, to be
I
fair,
specific,
you
you
would
know
do the
what?
same. You would do
I
the
was
same.
even thinking, no, I was even thinking, I'm gonna be nice this episode. I'm gonna be nice because sometimes I feel like my meanness is inaccessible.
To be fair, I'm also pretty. I feel like my meanest point during the history of the show was the time that you were very drunk, and I just made fun of you for being a dumb drunk idiot.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you were very drunk.
I wasn't that drunk.
You were very drunk.
It was only a power hour. It wasn't even a good one.
But yeah, afterwards I felt somewhat shamed by my my meanness.
Huh. Did you feel it organically or were you called out for it?
Huh. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe somebody during the show did say I was being a little bit mean or something, or that I started to feel self conscious about it. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah. Let's be nice this episode.
I don't know,
Let's
man.
let's try being
You think
nice.
this is how we get our K by being nice?
Let's try it. It's so outside of our like
Interactions?
abilities and our just normal interactions with each
Yeah, I
other.
gotta say, you destroyed me because we've been friends for a long time, and our
Yeah.
friendship has been based around insulting each other for a long time.
Yes.
And you were my closest friend back in the day. I mean, I still consider you my closest friend since we're being nice. Um,
Okay.
but
Wait a minute.
no, don't dig into that. Don't think too hard about that one. Uh, and I feel like the mode of interacting with somebody where you are mean to them and insult them and stuff became the way I learned to be like intimate with people, and then it like it did not work as well in my other relationships with people.
No, it's something that I really have to be very careful about. When do you flip the switch? When do you flip the switch? And it's more of like a dimmer switch too, where you gradually have to turn it on. And everyone
Being
has
nice or being mean?
being mean. You
Okay.
start nice. You
Okay.
gotta start nice.
All right. That's how you draw them in.
Yeah, and then like occasionally it's just, it's a little dig from time to time in a funny way, not making anyone uncomfortable. But there's a little potentiometer, and over time you turn it up. And also, as I've gotten older, there's more. It requires more torque to turn up the potentiometer.
This is
And
getting very strained. This analogy.
yeah, this is both. This we are dealing now with like multiple branches of physics here.
I don't even know what a
Um,
potential. It's something electrical, isn't
it's
it?
a variable resistor.
Oh, well, that
It's
explains
like a
everything.
it's
That's,
like a
that's
dimmer
all I
switch.
ever wanted to know. Oh, a variable resistor. Great. What are you drinking today, Matt?
I am drinking a Port Townsend Scotch Ale. This was a gift. This was a gift from one of our great viewers,
Pete
Daddy
Townsend?
Machine 69.
Oh, so it wasn't a gift from Pete Townsend?
Why Pete Townsend?
Because it's called a
Oh,
Port
because it's
Townsend.
Port Townsend. Okay, I didn't even get that.
Is it of any
See,
relation to Pete Townsend?
no,
They're not like long lost cousins?
no. This Port Townsend is a city in Washington.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Well, excuse
Look,
me.
it has its own glassware.
Oh, neat. So did our listener give you both the beer and the glassware?
Yes,
Is our listener from Port Townsend?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a nice gift. How are you enjoying the beer? Does it suck?
It's a wonderful beer.
Imagine if after all that you said that it sucked and and alienated our only remaining listener.
Yeah, it'll be very mean. But no, this is a good beer.
Yeah, well, congrats.
Also, I'm not sure if it's very good to just say where people are from. People might want their privacy. Now he made me do it.
I didn't make you do it. You could have said I don't know, or I choose not to disclose that information.
I was put on the spot.
Uh, Interesting story in the chat. Quote: My ex-girlfriend moved to Port Townsend because she Googled Pete Townsend and decided to see what it was like. So there is a connection.
Wow. Wow.
That's wild. That's actually pretty wild.
That's a that's a great that's a great story. This is
Um,
why people tune in to Mans Who Play Mons.
Speaking of great stories, I have a great story.
Oh yeah.
So, as of this past weekend, my wife and I were fully vaccinated. We were ready to hit the
Is this
street.
the first time you've said wife on the air?
Is this the first time I have used the word wife on the air? I'm not sure.
On the air.
I may have said wife in other contexts in the past.
Hmm. Okay, carry on.
All right, I'm gonna carry on.
Carry
Um,
on. Carry on, my wayward son.
is that Pete Townsend?
No.
Who is that?
Fuck.
I feel like you. I feel like you should know that. I feel like you.
That's
This.
Kansas. That's Kansas.
Okay. Do you know who the
Um,
lead singer of Kansas is?
no.
It's Dorothy.
I'm gonna just stop the show.
No, you have to be nice. Remember, we're being nice today.
Good joke,
Thank
Ilya.
you.
Nice,
Thank
nice
you.
try. Nice try.
Um, all right. So, okay. So, um, yeah. So this past weekend, uh, being fully vaccinated, I decided to hit up IKEA. Because I was accumulating a pile of board games on my floor. As
You tend to just accumulate things on floors.
well, let's not go back to freshman year.
Do we want to talk about the garbage pile?
Let's not. Let's not discuss the gar. Remember, we're being nice today, so you have to you have to can
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so my now wife, then fiance and girlfriend, spent a lot of time during this pandemic playing board games. I accumulated a large number of them, and I had nowhere to put them, so they just kind of accumulated on my floor. Finally, having been fully vaccinated, we decided to go to IKEA to get a nice shelf, as well as to just kind of take in the ambiance.
Weird choice.
What?
The ambiance.
Listen, has a lot of ambiance. They have these nice little rooms with like little different themes and color schemes and whatnot. It's full of ambiance. It's chock full of ambiance.
Whatever.
You don't agree? Have
I
you?
mean,
When was the last time?
that's wonderful, Ilya.
When was the last time you went to an IKEA?
Uh, I think probably over 9 years ago.
All right.
I
Well,
went when I first moved to Seattle. I acquired
perhaps
some IKEA merchandise.
perhaps you should take a visit and let me know how the ambiance is.
No, I'm not. I'm not really interested. I'm
What?
not interested in going to an IKEA.
Why not?
I don't know. It's a lot going to rooms and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
want to go through a bunch of rooms.
Okay.
I don't want to feel like I'm in a maze.
Well, I for one love being in a maze. Um, So we went to the IKEA. Everything went great. Surprisingly crowded. Was bizarre being around that many people inside a confined space. I, for a feeling of freedom and peace from the events of the past, I was maskless, as was allowed. Uh,
Hmm.
a few other people were maskless. Most were not. Anyway, we left IKEA. We got the shelf, and we were in this town where right next to the IKEA was a Costco, and we were like, "Oh, hey, let's check out this Costco. Let's just kind of walk around and see what's there."
Wait, were you in Canton?
No, we were in Stoughton.
You were in Stoughton.
Yep,
Okay. Okay. Yep. I know me some Stoughton.
yep. So we went to the neighboring Costco, walked around, picked out a bunch of stuff, had like a
Do you
nice
have a
cart,
membership?
had a nice cart full of stuff.
Are you a Costco man?
We went to the checkout, And they were like, cool, why don't you scan your membership card? And we were like, what do you mean? And they're like,
What?
and they're like, yeah, your Costco membership card. And we're like, we're not members, what, you know? And I'm like, do we need a membership card to shop here? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, how much does it cost? And they're like, $60. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to pay $60 for a membership card to buy these things that we just
Why
included in our
is
cart.
this the episode that I said I would be nice?
And so we, after spending an hour shopping at Costco, we simply left the cart there and walked out. Um, subsequently, having driven all the way to Stoughton, my car was low on gas. I searched Google Maps for a nearby gas station. I found one. It looked to be some kind of locally owned shop. I thought, great, I'm going to this gas station. So as I'm driving to the gas station, it was about 5 minutes away. My wife points out a couple of gas stations that we were passing. I'm like, oh, I didn't notice them. I guess I'm just going to this one that I found on Google Maps. We get to the gas station. It is a BJ's owned gas station. It's right next to a giant BJ's,
Wow.
and it is also members only.
Huh.
So Stoughton is just a town of gigantic warehouse stores that require you to have memberships.
Maybe this is a Washington law, but out here, the Costco is actually, I don't think they're allowed to limit the gas to non-members. Everything else they can. It's the gas in the pharmacy they have to make available to everyone.
Well, alas, we were gasless and had to go to another gas station, but it worked out okay.
I can't believe this.
Why not?
Because everyone knows that Costco it's literally known as a warehouse club.
Yeah, but like
A club that you have to be a member of.
so
A member.
Here's the thing. First of all,
member.
I'm just gonna remind you, this is our nice show.
I've been granted permission to be mean by perhaps our most loyal viewer, so I feel like if we're giving the people what we want, maybe
what we want or what they want. Was that a Freudian slip, sir?
no,
No,
no, of course
Are you
not.
sure? Okay. I'm just saying you are.
However,
welcome.
I think that should be our if we were to ever make Mans Who Play Mons t-shirts, they would just say, give the people what we want. Is there nothing that
That's pretty
sums
apt.
up this show
Yeah.
more than that?
They're
Give the people what we want.
no, but it's pretty perfect. But yeah, here's the thing. The last time I'd been in a Costco was during my childhood. My parents would go there on once in a blue moon when I was a kid. So I really didn't remember anything about it. I heard people talk about it offhandedly, and I was just like, oh, this is a place whose business model is they sell you, they make you buy large things in bulk, and then you pay less for them. Makes sense. And I did not realize that you also had to pay $60 a year to be able to shop there.
Okay.
That is my story.
I mean, this honestly, like, if we're like, I like to sort of weight things by age. This is Windex incident level, man. I'm just saying, this is Windex incident level.
Remember, this is our nice show.
I suppose it is.
So, Matthew, is there anything you would like to discuss before we dive into our battle?
I would like to do a brand new segment.
All right, I'm looking forward to learning
for us
what the segment is. I unfortunately do not have. We have a request from the audience. Explain Windex. Do we want to go into this or?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
I want to.
Which of us is...
Are you okay with it?
I'm fine with it, but which of us
Okay.
is telling the story? Because I mean, depending on who tells the story, I think it's going to sound very different.
I'll tell the story, and I'll give you.
Should we do a Rashomon where like each of us tells the story?
I can think of two options. One, I tell it and you get a rebuttal, or second option, we flip a coin.
All right.
And the person who wins gets to tell the story.
Let's flip a coin, but you have to flip it.
Oh, where's my? I put away all my coins. Do you have a coin handy? Oh, I found a penny. I found a penny.
Great, because I was going to plead the fifth as to whether I had a coin handy.
Why?
Because
Are you
I didn't want to.
embarrassed by your lack of coinage?
No, I do have coins. I just didn't want to like have to deal with flipping it and then wondering if it was gonna fall somewhere inaccessible or something.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I just don't flip it very far. All right, call it in the air.
That's
I fell on the ground under a guitar, so
I
I
call
had to go.
heads.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
I am looking forward to the results of this coin flip, which will determine who gets to tell the Windex story. Matt calls it an incident. I disagree with that assessment. I would simply call it an innocuous occurrence.
Tails, you lose.
Well, you know what, Matt? I just told the entire story while you were doing that, so
No, you didn't.
yes, I did.
Okay, then I guess we're doing the Rashomon model.
All right, no, go ahead. I didn't actually tell the story. I just vamped.
Okay, so Ilya and I, we are roommates at the time. It's our freshman year of college.
I like how you're
And
putting it in the present tense to really put us in the mood, in the scene.
yeah, you gotta step in. We're going and on medias res or something.
You love that
However,
phrase.
Latin's
You can't
pronounced.
get enough of that phrase.
I can't get enough of that phrase. It's a wonderful phrase.
The question is, do you know what it means?
Yeah, in the middle of things. Of course I know what it means.
All right.
What, do you think I just say a phrase?
I just like wasn't sure if it really applied to. Anyway,
Yeah,
please
because we're
continue.
starting because I'm putting it in the present tense. It makes it more like you're there.
All right.
You know, it's starting. It's starting right now.
I guess like in medias res to me
Okay,
signifies that.
no.
All right.
You lost story time.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. Be nice.
God damn it. All right. So I had some bowls and plates and stuff. I had some, plastic, but like washable cutlery and serving implements and stuff like that. And you had used one to eat something.
Probably cereal.
It's probably cereal. You've always been a cereal man. And you asked me, hey.
There's a question here. There's a note. I think this audience member has some kind of gift, maybe like ESP or some sort of like maybe he's a seer with a crystal ball because he seems to know where the story is going based on perhaps some context clues or maybe you've told him in the past.
So you say, Matt, how should I wash this? Should I just spray it with some Windex?
I don't think that's. Okay. I'm not gonna interrupt, but
You have rebuttals.
I have rebuttals.
You have rebuttals. Yeah. Oh, what should I do? Like wash this with Windex or something? And I'm like, what? Windex? That's crazy. That's not for things that you eat off of. No, wash it with soap and water. Or I think I might have just said, don't even bother. I'll do it.
There's also a lot of emotional tension between us this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Do we want to get into the depths of the emotional tension?
I think not.
Okay. I mean, I feel like they're valuable context, but I guess we could just say, tempers were flaring, like, just generally.
On your end.
Yeah. But I mean, you weren't being particularly nice to me either back then.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't.
Are you done now? Can I offer my rebuttal?
Yeah, you can offer your rebuttal.
All right. A couple of points. First of all, I think I was somewhat mischaracterized. I think yes, tempers will flare on. Thank you, listener. More accurately, I would say I was probably saying something along the lines of, I was like looking at the bowl. I was looking at this Windex. I was like, I'm not sure if this is okay. So I'm like, could one use Windex to wash, a bowl? Like, is this something?
Still a ridiculous question.
So
you have done nothing to change. You have done nothing to change my mind.
I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here to paint a more accurate picture.
Not a more accurate picture, and one that is just biased by a crazy person.
This is interesting. This is so somebody named Firestorm1248 with like a snowflake icon says,
cool.
"Hello, I have come for your soul with the power of my glitched Pikachu team. LOL, how are you doing?"
Could you instead read the line beneath, which I think is a much better thing?
I choose not to. I choose not to read that.
I'll read it.
Nope.
I could
Remember,
see a
this is being.
12-year-old washing dishes like
Hey,
that.
hey,
Hey, I'm
hey.
not being mean. I'm just quoting something.
Oh, all right, all right.
It's just a quote.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just I'm just offering what an impartial third party has had to say.
Firestorm 1248, thank you for tuning in. I apologize that we are currently discussing a story from over 10 years ago. We are doing well, thank you.
We're doing great,
We
dude.
will be discussing Pokemon shortly after we finish litigating this. Well, we're never going to finish litigating this incident, but after we momentarily stop talking about it. We've been talking about this Windex thing for ever since it occurred. Matt has always treated it as some sort of like monstrous, insane thing, and I've
You
always
were
felt
gonna
like
wash one of my
I
dishes
wasn't.
with Windex.
I wasn't going to. I was checking to see whether it would be okay, and I found out that it wasn't. Um, Firestorm says my entrance line above came from a glitch I found in the Pokemon Showdown team builder. Interesting. I am curious about this glitch. I will say. But yeah, that's the so-called Windex incident. So yeah.
Are we gonna do our segment?
Yeah. What's the
Or
segment?
should we just go to the battle, or should we do the segment?
No. I wanna know
All right.
the segment.
The segment is a little mean. It comes from a mean place, but this was before we decided to be nice.
Okay.
Where are you? Oh, you disappeared.
I'm back.
Okay, that's good. Um, excuse me. Our segment is called Thunderbolt or Can't.
Okay, I like it. You know what? The moment you said the word thank you for the follow, Firestorm 1248. The moment before the show that you said the word tentacool, I had a sense that this is where it was going. But
All right.
I like it. I like it. I like the segment a lot. Let's do it.
Thunderbolt or Can't
Yep.
is the name of the segment. In this segment, I give you the name of a Pokemon, and you say if it can learn Thunderbolt or if it can't.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
Number 1, Tentacool.
Can't.
Good work.
Thank you.
Wow, you finally learned.
Hey, be nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Being nice. Mankey.
Can't.
Incorrect. Mankey can.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Kangaskhan.
Can't.
Can.
Wow. All right.
Lickitung.
Can't.
Can.
Really? Okay. I am shocked. But, well, I mean, I apologize. That was not intentional, but I am nevertheless shocked.
Oh, I just got it.
Great. You're enjoying a pun that I didn't mean to make. Go on.
Well, no, I'm enjoying the fact that I didn't get it until a long time.
Okay. Let's continue.
That I'm such a simpleton. But at least I know how to wash a dish.
Be nice.
I was raised right.
I gotta say, you're not doing very well on the Nice Show, Matt. You are failing spectacularly at being nice.
Sorry. Slowbro.
I'm gonna say can.
Cannot.
Wow.
Can learn Thunder Wave, but cannot learn Bolt or
I'm
just
getting
Thunder
like
itself.
every single one of these wrong. This is impressive.
Yeah. Nidoking.
Can.
Hey, good work, buddy.
Thank you.
Golem.
Can't.
Good work. Rhydon.
Can't.
Can.
What?
Can, dude.
That's insane.
I know. That's the craziest one on the list.
The craziest one is Tentacle. Just saying.
Magmar.
Can't.
Correct. Butterfree.
I'm gonna go with can't.
Correct. Persian.
Can.
Correct. Raticate.
Can.
Correct. Wow, you really turned it around in the back half, but
Yeah,
that front half was rough.
Firestorm says Rhydon can use it because his ability is Lightning Rod, so it makes sense it can use electro moves too. I will rebut to that saying abilities are not real because they occur after Generation 1. And Generation 1 is the only thing that exists.
Dude, doing my work for me.
You're welcome, Matt.
All right.
All right, that was a fun segment. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Shall we move into the battle?
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
I feel like the problem is I feel like this is a segment that you can really only do once, and I missed my opportunity to come up with a drop
I
and
mean,
a
we can
screen.
do it with different moves too. Like it's like a neat idea.
Okay. I
What?
can imagine. I already know what the title screen for it is going to be.
What?
For some reason, one time I sent you a picture of me making a grilled cheese sandwich while flipping you off.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that's gonna be the artwork.
I do not approve of this choice of artwork.
It
Let's
would be
move
great.
let's move into today's battle. So for today's battle, here was my team. So leading off, we have a level 48 Abra. Uh, this is a pretty solid psychic type, despite being first evolution and only level 48. It can do some work. It's fast. It has high special. It does what you want a psychic to do. Um, Next, we have a level 41 Vaporeon with a very lewd name. Uh,
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
Thank you. Uh, this thing is kind of mediocre. I mean, Vaporeon's a great Pokemon, but at level 41, that level is not doing it in any favors. Yeah.
I just have to say, like, just on principle, I don't like anagrams. I really don't like anagrams coming from you, but you're doing some solid work here, buddy.
Just so you know, this was simply me picking out choice anagrams from a website that generated them for me.
I know.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well,
It's,
I appreciate you being nice for the first time in the show.
I think I was plenty nice earlier.
Um, so next we have Execute, which is definitely the most powerful psychic type in this format. At level 57, this thing is a beast. Um,
He's a toys.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, among the strongest Pokemon in the format. Um, Not much more to say there. Next we have Flareon, who, despite the nickname, I will contend is a fox. Um, and it's not a bad Pokemon. I mean, it is what it is. It has a high attack. It's a fire type. It's level 44. It's just kind of there. Next, we have, of course, an art piece in Caterpie. This thing's useless. Moving on. Finally, we have a Kangaskhan. It's a pretty good normal type. Again, not really blowing anything out of the water, but it's a fine Pokemon. So overall, this
Also,
team,
what a nickname.
this one was tough. Not a whole lot of anagrams for that series of characters. Um, so yeah, this team it's got a couple of clunkers for sure. It's really being carried here by Execute, and to a lesser extent Kangaskhan and Abra. Those are kind of the heavy hitters here. Really, the only heavy hitter is Execute, and the rest of the team is just kind of there. So it's kind of a whatever team. Let's move on to your team, which, by the way, I was shocked at the number of nicknames you gave here. Three
I know.
nicknames for you is definitely a new record.
This is as far as it goes, and I didn't even nickname the Weedle Ilya because I knew I had to be nice this episode.
Somehow you knew.
Actually, I just forgot, but that would have been good to do. Weeping Bell, level 50. I mean, yeah, give me the one without sleep powder. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's okay. Weedle, level 73. Fairly useless, but that level helps a lot. And also he gets stab on Poison Sting. Caterpie doesn't have any stab things.
Yeah, but
So
also Poison Sting is what, like half as powerful as Tackle is?
is it?
I
I
think
don't know,
Poison Sting
man.
is 20 power and Tackle's 35.
Who even cares about the base damage for those little moves?
Well, now we do because we have level 70 something Pokemon using them.
Okay, that's fair. All right, had Geodude,
Geodaddy.
Geodad.
Geodaddy Machine 69.
This guy. I mean, it's nice of them to give me a ground type, but this is really scraping the bottom of the
Yeah,
barrel.
it really
I think
is.
he's actually the lowest level of his evolutionary family,
Which is
which is
pathetic, yeah.
just not good.
Nope.
Like when fucking Golem is level 58 and he's 47.
Is Golem really
and
up
I'm
to
pretty
58 now?
somewhere around there.
Wow.
I don't know, man. At some point, I like made a mental snapshot of these, and now they're all different. So I don't know. I had a Zubat level 75.
This guy's scary.
This guy's scary, but like of all the Pokemon that are at too high a level, this is not one of the greats.
Yeah.
Though I mean, he's higher level than Weedle, which is pretty fucked.
Yeah, definitely.
But he can confuse ray people and then like hit them with double edges where the level is doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
the
that's pretty
stats
good.
certainly aren't. But yeah, that's my choice.
Yeah, I think we
Uh,
saw last episode that Zubat is one of the lowest stat Pokemon in the game, right?
yes, yes, it was. I believe it outranked Pidgey by a smidge.
Pidgey by a smidgey.
I knew you were gonna do that, and I'm not gonna say anything negative about it because I'm being nice.
Thank you.
They had Porygon. Porygon, I feel like used to be a big threat in this weird format, but now is like the level is kind of low, but also can be a threat because I mean, Recover just makes almost anything good. Like think of anything and then think of it with Recover. It's probably at least 50% better.
Fair enough.
Unless it's really fragile. Like I don't think you'd want like Doglet with Recover.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, that would be bizarre.
Yeah, and then I had Jolteon. Poor Jolteon. That low level does not help.
I
It's a
mean,
it's a frail little creature.
let's before we go on about poor Jolteon, let's have a look at the EV line, right? So we have Jolteon 44, we got Flareon 44, Vaporeon 41. I feel like Jolteon kind of wins out there.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that has to do. I actually don't know what it has to do with. It's probably just random.
Yep.
That's what it has to do with. But I don't know. Like Jolteon is probably the least versatile
Electric
of
type?
them.
Oh,
Well, just
of the BB
because.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, shit. Maybe Flareon's also not very versatile, but just like Vaporeon, Vaporeon's a water type. Water types hit a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Flareon though has high attack with the good normal attacks, so like it can do a lot.
Yeah, but no stab, man.
Yeah.
Also, like, it made me so mad. Maybe no, we won't save this. I'll talk about it now because I already started. When I saw you had an execute and I had a fucking Jolteon with body slam over pin missile, I nearly threw something.
Really? For me, the question is more agility. Like I feel like I'd
I
rather have.
want I want my pin missile. Well, I
Okay.
don't care what it's over, just not over Bolt or Wave, but give me anything. Give me that pin missile in case there's an execute hiding about.
Well, alas, no pin missile. It's really funny
No.
that you got mad at that though.
Well, it was just like it's a small thing. It's sometimes the small things are the upsetting things.
Okay. Well, how do you rate your team overall?
Uh Average.
How about that noise? Is that noise your rating?
Average.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. I'd say our teams are actually pretty well matched. I mean, we each have one really
We
strong
both got a
Pokemon.
shitty bug.
Yeah, we both got a shitty bug. We both got one very strong Pokemon, and then we
Your
both got.
Strongmon is better than my Strongmon, even though what is it? The level's just the same numbers, but in a different order.
Yeah, exactly.
That execute is like that thing is still like one hit KO my Zubat. No, that's not true.
Yeah, in heart,
But
in spirit, it's true.
yeah, yeah. It's like if you're gonna get a good Pokemon, like I would ditch that Zubat in a heartbeat for an execute.
All right. So yeah, let's move into our battle.
Let's do that. That's what the people came for,
Ostensibly.
ostensibly.
All right. So here is turn one. We got my Yabber up against your Weepinbell. Um, so, I spent a little while trying to parse my first thing I said to you in this chat, which was "Greetings, little girl." I was trying to figure out why I
Super
said that,
creepy.
and I realized it's because your avatar was a little girl. Um,
I'm not sure if I ever explained on the show why I've been doing that.
yeah.
Do you
Please,
remember?
please tell us about this little girl. I do remember. Yes.
Okay. So
Wait, hold
we
on,
were-
hold on, hold on. Because you got to tell the story of the Windex quote unquote incident, I should get to tell this story.
Okay, you can do it.
All
I
right.
get rebuttal though.
Okay, so we were playing this Pokemon tournament, yay moons ago, and Matthew randomly. Hold on, you don't get to say
I,
anything yet. You
no,
don't get
I'm
to say anything yet.
hold on.
What?
No, you go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Uh, Matthew has like 5 billion different computers for some reason, and he used one of them.
Two.
He used no rebuttals until later. Listen, buddy.
Well, now I have to keep a list.
Yeah, we'll keep a list. So Matthew has 5 billion computers, as I said, and every time he like uses some new computer, none of his like stuff is saved, and so he just got assigned a random avatar, and it happens to be a little girl. And then he won the tournament, and he was feeling real proud of himself, and he decided that he was going to be a little girl from now on. End of story.
Okay, well, let me rebut a couple of things if I can remember them.
Okay.
I have like two computers, okay? But the thing is, if whenever you log in, it sets a like a time horizon when it will expire the cookie. So if I don't use one in a while, which I tend not to because the laptop I have is garbage, it forgets, and then I'll become a little girl.
That's your punishment.
And
It's like
I mean,
reincarnation in Hinduism.
there was another thing too that I forgot because you didn't let me rebut it at the time. So it's just
Good.
lost forever. That hot internet content will never live.
I'm glad that your rebuttal
Snuffed
was
out.
lost.
Snuffed out.
All right, let's move on. So I said greetings, little girl. Uh,
Yeah, like maybe we should actually talk about the battle at some point, right?
yeah. So speaking of the battle, I use psychic because I'm up against a poison type.
I didn't want Weep and Bell in there. I decided to send out Abra, mostly not Abra. Abra's your guy. Porygon. I sent out Porygon
Great job.
because Porygon can like paralyze the Abra. And also, like looking back at my team, I didn't say this. I was thinking I would say this, but I forgot. There's a lot of poison on my team.
Yeah, your team's like poison, poison,
Poison,
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
There's a lot of poison. There's a lot of like, there's some slow. Because I'm thinking like I don't want to send Jolteon out. I don't want Jolteon to get paralyzed. I also don't want Geodude out there because Geodude probably dies in two psychics. So I figured Porygon.
Yeah.
He'll wave him.
All right. So in comes Porygon, and there's a psychic. So
Yeah. So I was both happy and sad. It did a lot, but it didn't do 50. So I was like, all right, this might not be a mat switch.
yeah. So a couple of things about this. First of all, it didn't do 50. Secondly, it didn't get the special down. So at this point, I'm a little bit concerned
Oh, now you
because
expect just a special down?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not expecting anything. I'm just saying I was hoping, seeing the switch in, that I would either get 50 or a special down or a crit. I would take any of those three things.
Greedy.
I would take 50% HP. I would take a special down. I would take a crit. I'd be very happy with any of those. However, what I got was a 47% hit, no special down. Um, I don't really want to get this guy paralyzed. This guy is an asset. However, looking at my team, I feel like I don't really have an amazing answer for Porygon. Like against Porygon, you want something that first of all doesn't care about being paralyzed, and secondly is able to deal a lot of damage to a Porygon faster than it can recover. Or maybe that can paralyze the Porygon, right? And just I don't have a whole lot of contenders in this team. This team, that doesn't really love this Porygon. So I'm thinking, all right, well, this Abra, yes, it's a pretty good psychic Pokemon, but I have an amazing psychic Pokemon in reserve, being Execute. So,
And
maybe,
also the Porygon would probably have Blizzard, which would not make the Execute happy.
yeah, although I could probably just put it to sleep or something. But anyway, yeah, I decided to just stay here and use Psychic and hope that either I get a high roll here and happen to do 53%, or I get a crit. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I use Thunder Wave.
That's what you do.
It's obvious. Make 'em slow. Oh yes.
Yeah, this was
Oh
sad.
baby.
This is not what I was hoping for. You have an interesting little kind of flickery light on your cheek right now.
I think some trees are moving
Okay.
in a slight breeze.
Um, so yeah, this ever being paralyzed is not good. I decide to paralyze you in return, so I use Thunder Wave.
I use Recover I was like, this is not a great Porygon for getting in a fight with an Abra because it doesn't have like Tri Attack or something. But I just figured like maybe there'll be some fortuitous full pars, and we can just see what happens. Figured recover.
All right. There's your recover, and there is my Thunder Wave. So we are now both paralyzed. I'm once again faster than you. And now I just want to try and beat you down with some psychics.
Yeah, I figured he's gonna try to hit me with a psychic. I'm gonna recover, even if if he doesn't, if he's fully paralyzed, he'll get me up to full HP. If he does hit me, it's what I'm gonna need to do in order to survive another round. So I just recovered.
So seeing that turn, I thought, what is Matt thinking? Like, my psychics are doing about 40, about, almost half his HP. His recovers are recovering exactly half his HP, but I have a high chance to crit. I have a high chance to special down. Like, this is not sustainable. It wasn't really obvious to me what your game
No,
plan
of
here
course,
was.
of course, it's not sustainable. It's basically wait for you to be fully paralyzed for multiple turns in a row and sneak out a victory where I switch in a Porygon and kill an Abra.
Okay.
That's what it's all about, man.
Well, I found it a little bit befuddling, and I decided to stay
Well,
on that psychic
prepare to
train.
be befuddled, because that was what I was doing continuously. I used recover again.
Okay. We were both paralyzed, and then
This
I get
this
the crit.
turn, this turn, man, that last turn,
When we
the
were both
one before.
paralyzed?
Yeah, because I saw you being paralyzed, and I was like, yes, vindication. This is what I've wanted to do. Get back to my full HP, hit you with stuff, and then I was paralyzed too, and I was like, this game's bullshit.
Okay. Well, welcome to Pokemon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get the crit, and there goes your master plan.
Yeah, can't win all the time. I decided to send out Geodude. The Abra being paralyzed means Geodude can probably just hit him with something physical and kill him. Uh, I don't think I really had like good physical attackers otherwise. I mean, maybe I could like unhide my toys and send out Zubat.
Yeah,
Maybe I could. I don't know if I could get him with a single Weeping Bell double edge.
probably not.
So I just figured like Geodude,
Yeah.
like
Geodude's not
against.
going to be doing a whole lot this battle anyway, so reasonable to send it out now.
Well, I mean, he's my wall against an electric going crazy
Yeah, or a Moltres.
or a Moltres.
Anyhow, in comes Geodude. Um, so yeah, I'm not in the mood to take a big physical hit from a Geodude. I decided to send in Vaporeon, which is, generally speaking, pretty good against Geodudes.
I decided to rock slide. I don't really know what Ilya's team is gonna be like. If I earthquake, you could send out a flyer. If I rock slide and predict a flyer, I look like a fucking genius. If I body slam, might not do enough to kill the Abra if he leaves it in, whereas a rock slide probably would because of that wonderful stab. So I just went with rock slide. It's a risk because it's fairly inaccurate, but that's what I did.
All right, here's the Vaporeon. You get a freak critical hit. That hurt a lot.
Yeah, that was nice.
And
That was pretty good.
yeah, not too happy about that. But then again, it's only level 41 Vaporeon. Um, so my Vaporeon's moveset, I had Hydro Pump, Surf, Rest, and Blizzard. Uh,
Oh, they gave you both water moves, so you couldn't get all aggrieved when your hydro pumps missed.
yeah, which is nice. And yeah, I kind of took some similar calculus to you, where between a water move and an ice move, either one hit KOs the Geodude. I know you have a Weeping Bell out, so I just figured let's play it safe in Blizzard. It's a better move overall.
Yeah, like I'm gonna send out a Weeping Bell there though.
I know, but just in general, like if you don't know what's gonna happen, Blizzard's a better bet.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, and that's not just me being nice. I decided to send out Jolteon. Like Jolteon's gonna take some damage from whatever the Vaporeon does, but it's gonna scare that thing away. I figured that would be kind of interesting to see what would happen after that.
Well, there's my Blizzard, and indeed I'm now scared. Um, with a Jolteon, I think you might be thunder waving here. You might be thunder bolting here. I can send an execute here. Execute doesn't super duper care if it gets paralyzed, and it takes basically no damage from a thunderbolt. And then I can wreak havoc on your team to my heart's content. Certainly, Abra could be a possibility here, but I feel like it's just going to take too much damage from that initial thunderbolt.
And I outspeed you, right?
Well, I'm also paralyzed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um,
I'm gonna get 2 hits on your Abra.
but yeah, I just don't have a lot of great options against a Jolteon, honestly.
I mean, aside from execute.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, usually I like to hide my best Pokemon until later. But yeah, it's execute here.
Yep. I decided to go with Thunderbolt. It's like it's either or whether to Thunder Wave or not, really. It's like because maybe you Thunderbolt first and you're still faster than the other guy and you Thunder Wave. I'm like, that's cool too. Instead of just Thunderbolt.
All right,
Let's do damage. Happens. Let's hit Pokemon with moves.
Yeah, you got another critical hit here. You're just
which is reasonable.
Yeah,
like a Jolteon reasonable. Critical hit's reasonable. Jolteon is like basically a 25% crit chance.
Yeah, but yeah, you're getting a lot of crits here. Still didn't do much damage, so it's not the end of the world.
30, man, 30's good.
Yeah, against an execute, yeah, I'm sure you're happy to see that.
That's a big number.
So yeah, I decided to sleep powder here. If you have no Pokemon with statuses on them currently, so I can just put something to sleep with impunity here.
Yeah, I figured he's gonna maybe try to powder, so I sent out Weedle.
And this is what you love to see, the sleep powder miss on a Weedle.
That sucked, because now I've revealed that I have a Weedle, and I'm getting nothing out of it.
Yep. Of course, I can't, in my right mind, leave in Execute against a Weedle, because, ironically, this thing is actually pretty scary. It can do a lot of damage with the Poison Sting.
I mean, not that much, because you only take regular damage.
Oh, is Poison only half effective?
Yeah, Psychic resists Poison.
Okay. Still, I'm not super keen on...
This is a Pokemon show. You kind of have to know these things.
Listen, buddy, I don't have the entire type chart memorized.
You have to hang up on your wall.
I choose not to. I choose not to be the Pokemon guy like you choose to be.
I don't know, man. You've worn Pokemon shirts places.
Once, yeah, but like, when was the last time I wore a Pokemon shirt? Like a decade ago?
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know what you do in your free time.
Anyway, yeah, I guess probably because I'm mistaken about how scary this Weedle is, I decided to switch out and bring in Flareon here.
Yeah. I used Poison Sting. I just sort of figured, like, I'm fucked. He's probably gonna just stay in and Psychic me. This Weedle is ruined. I can't use him as, like, a switch in for sleep later, so might as well just get a free switch out of this whole exchange.
All right, here's the Flareon. I take 12% from Poison Sting. And I Fire Blast.
I was so excited at this point because there are so many dogs in this battle. You have Vaporeon and Flareon. I have Jolteon. We got like a whole family of dogs.
I disagree, but let's move on.
I decided to stick with Poison Sting because I was just being like, please just kill my Weedle and give me a free switch.
All right. I'm happy to try and kill your Weedle. And so I get a critical hit Poison Sting
glorious.
Here and a
miss. This is glorious. I am at this point thinking, Matt, don't look now, but you might kill a Flareon with a Weedle.
Yeah, this was a bizarre turn. I would never, ever expect to take 23% from Poison Sting from a Weedle. That critical hit is big. It is a lot of damage. It is very unlikely. And of course, the Fire Blast miss is annoying. Look, this Flareon, it's not like that amazing here. Looking at your team, it's only really good against the Weeping Bell, and I already have other tools to deal with the Weeping Bell. I have 2 Psychic types, right? So, like... Right. It's not as though I care that much about the Flareon, but it is pretty humiliating to look at the prospect of being fainted by a Weedle.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're making a bad choice by any means. I'm just excited.
So yeah, I stay in here and I use Fire Blast.
Poison Sting again. What am I going to do? do a speed down on a Flareon.
And of course, it misses again.
Oh, that made me so happy.
And
So happy.
yeah, I'm still on that fire blast train.
Poison Sting again.
There's the poison sting. This time I'm
I got my
poisoned.
poison. I got my poison.
Finally, that lands. So that's nice.
And it's like I'm not mad because a Flareon's already slow, so I don't care that much about paralyzing it. I don't have a sleeper. Thanks, random number generator. So it's like that poison is actually pretty good. And you can't burn a Flareon, it's a fire type.
So at this point, not as high. Let's finish this fucker off. It is faster than me, so if I quick attack here, I can probably just finish it off and not have to take another hit. So I quick attack.
Sting that thing.
Sting that thing. Sting that thing. All right, there's the quick attack. I just failed
You
to finish
didn't
you
kill
off.
me. You
Yep.
couldn't even kill me.
Yep. Sad times. Very sad
Yeah.
times. This Flareon is having the roughest day that a Flareon has ever had.
Well, I mean, at least it looks like he's probably gonna kill that Weedle.
Yeah, but just barely. Like, that Weedle really did a number on this Flareon. It is not what you like to see. You do not like to see a fire type getting destroyed by a bug. Um, yeah, I quick attack again.
I stung again.
All right, this time it lands, thankfully.
You did it. You got it, man.
What's next for this beleaguered Flareon?
I decided to send out. I decided to send out my Jolteon again.
All right. I'm actually pretty happy to see this Jolteon because Jolteon not known for having much physical defense, so
Yeah.
I can get in some more damage with another quick attack before
I
finally...
think I kind of goofed and forgot about the quick attack, even though you used it for 2 turns in a row. I mean, that's just the sort of stuff that I do. I think I was just being like, faster, good, but not thinking quick attack doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is Weepin' Bell's probably faster too, right?
106, 103, yep.
Okay, yeah, I mean that feels like a more solid choice in retrospect because
Definitely.
you're not gonna fire blast. I think I was scared of the fire, but like, why would you care about the fire blast? All you can do is quick attack or just die.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I sent out Jolteon, and then on the next turn I used Thunderbolt.
Cool. There's the quick attack, solid 16% damage, and now I'm dead.
Yep.
All right. So once again against the Jolteon, I decided to go with Execute, being a pretty hard counter to it. And now that I have taken out your Weedle, and still none of your Pokemon have any statuses on them, I can use Sleep Powder with impunity.
Yeah, I sort of figured that, and I hate to say this because Jolteon's my favorite Pokemon. Jolteon was probably the one to sacrifice to the sleep. But before that happened, I'd be able to paralyze the Execute, which, would make it a little bit less scary. Not so much the speed reduction, but the inability to move sometimes. So I decided to just paralyze it.
Fair enough. And speaking of inability to move, I'm fully paralyzed. So, well done.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm kind of spooked that there's probably like a pin missile incoming, but I'm like, fuck it. Let's just sleep better.
Yeah, I didn't have Pin Missile. Thanks. So I still thought like, yeah, Jolteon's the not a person, Pokemon, to sacrifice. So I just figured I'd let loose a Thunderbolt. Maybe it would crit again. That would be really cool.
Speaking of critting again, there's the crit. This
Yeah.
Jolteon is really tearing up shit this game.
Jolteon, good Pokemon.
Yep. Thankfully, I got it to sleep. And subsequently, I am going to Psychic it.
Yeah, I figured I wanted to switch here, and I really didn't have a lot of good stuff to switch to. I decided that I would send out Zubat, even though Zubat would probably take a super effective Psychic. The potential to parafuse this thing was just too big to resist.
Yeah, you also just don't really have options, right? Like,
No,
Weeping
it's
Bell
like-
and Geodude both take massive damage from the Psychic. Okay, so Matthew is frozen for me. Is Am I still online? I appear to be still online, so it's merely Matthew that's frozen. Fascinating. So this has happened before. Okay, so we were just talking about the fact that he was going to switch in his Zubat. We talked about why. We can go ahead and view the turn. Perhaps by the time that the turn appears, Matt will be back. We will have to see. So here's Zubat, and there's the Psychic. Hey.
There.
Oh, I just heard a little bit of noise from you. Not quite a word, but it was sort of a burble. So I'm hopeful that sometime soon you will be back in the show in a non-frozen state. Oh, you're back. Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I'm back.
How's it going?
You know what it is? I've determined what it is. It's Skype.
Okay.
It's not you. It's not me. It's Skype. We have to find something different for doing the us talking portion of the program.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I just did 50% damage to your Zubat. Feels good.
Yep, as expected. I used Confused Ray.
I use Psychic. Of course, a Parafused Execute is not going to be doing a whole lot. Took some damage, and yeah, I don't really want to keep in the sky against the Zubat at this point. I'm okay sending in Caterpie here. So I'm anticipating a Double Edge. Caterpie is a Pokemon that has a lot of HP. At level 77.
This Caterpie has a lot of HP.
Yeah, well, look, even at the same level, a Caterpie has more HP than Nonix, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, Onyx should be no one's benchmark of...
Anything?
Anything.
Yeah, except possibly defense. So, yeah, sending in the Caterpie, I'm thinking, let's make Matt take a huge amount of recoil damage.
Yeah, Matt decided to use Double Edge.
And here's Caterpie. There's Double Edge. There's that recoil. All right.
Healthy.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And now I unleash the Tackling Fury of Caterpie.
I decided to send out Weepin' Bell because I thought maybe I can power up. Maybe I can power up Weepin' Bell. Maybe I can use some Swords Dances and make him really scary. Because it's a Caterpie. What can a Caterpie do to me?
Tackle?
Yeah. Non-stab tackle. I'm scared.
All right. Here comes Weepin' Bell. Here's your non-stab tackle for 15%. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm a little bit... I'm not feeling wonderful.
Okay, well, I'm feeling like tackling again.
I said to Swords Dance.
All right. Looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, Matt's powering up, right? Now, this Weepin' Bell is powering up in order to use Double Edge. That is the attack that Weepin' Bell uses. Again, the more damage he does, the more recoil he's going to take, and as he's powering up, he's just giving me more turns to tackle him. This Weepin' Bell, yes, it is faster than my team currently. Who's my last Pokemon?
Except for your Caterpie.
Yeah, except for my Caterpie, and I also have a Kangaskhan.
And your Kangaskhan, yeah.
Which Matt hasn't seen. So I figure, let Matt power up all he wants. He's going to take a huge amount of damage from the Caterpie, and if and when he kills the Caterpie, I can just finish off the Weepin' Bell with a Kangaskhan. I am not at all concerned. I'm just going to keep tackling.
Yeah, I saw that green HP bar, and I got blind to the facts. I decided that I would Swords Dance again, even though it's never fucking worth it.
And there is your Swords Dance. What happens next, Matt?
I decided to Double Edge, but
Yep. Okay.
Yep, but I'm already thinking, am I gonna die to a Caterpie?
This is very much the reverse of the very recent situation with your Weedle against my Flareon.
Yeah. This is looking ugly. Things have gone yellow.
Yeah, this is a very close matchup here.
We're in the red.
And
things are looking ugly.
Yeah, this is going exactly according to plan. I use one more tackle.
I use Double Edge. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Honestly, I'm not sure Razor Leaf kills it. He resists that.
And you faint yourself. Perfect.
Yep.
And
I sent in a Weeping Bell to kill a Caterpie.
and you wrote at this point in the chat, this has been a tactical nightmare, which I enjoyed.
I honestly, there's no other way to describe it. You think you're gonna power up your Weeping Bell? Instead, you send out a Weeping Bell to get killed by a Caterpie. That sucks.
So at this point, we both get a switch. His Pokemon, I already know what his team is, right? So what he has remaining is a Jolteon that's asleep. That's, posing no threat at all. He has a Geodude and a Zubat. The Zubat is obviously the scariest thing here. I still have an Execute at 33%. I decide I'm going to send out the Execute. Sure, it probably just dies to the Zubat, but in the best case scenario, it maybe survives a hit and gets a Psychic off and just wins the game. So that's what I'm aiming for here. Even if it dies, it's okay. It's only a 33% paralyzed Execute.
Yeah, I sent out Zubat. Geodude just is there's so many times he can't use a Geodude.
And this is one of them.
Yeah, you gotta fucking water. You gotta send out the Zubat.
All right. And against the Zubat, I use Psychic.
I used Double Edge. Figured maybe I could just waste him in one turn.
Let's see if you do indeed waste me in one turn. So I hang on, and I'm fully paralyzed. So that was quite a turn.
It's an effective one turn.
Yeah. This was one of those turns where I was very happy for about half a second, and then I was very sad afterwards. Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get the Psychic off, and then I'm fully paralyzed. Too bad. But hey, at least I got some recoil damage in. I'm dead at this point, so I just use Psychic.
Double Edge.
And RIP Execute. Now I need to finish off...
Thank God that thing's gone.
Now I need to finish off the Zubat. Abra is a poor choice here. It dies very easily to some Double Edges. Vaporeon's only at 44%. I decide to send in Kangaskhan. And with Kangaskhan, I use Body Slam. I am not too confident in being able to one-hit KO you here. Probably a mistake. I probably should have just Hyper Beamed, but I decided to Body Slam and kind of hope for a Paralysis or maybe a critical hit.
Yeah, I'd be scared to Hyper Beam there.
Okay.
I wouldn't beam.
All right.
I decided to confuse Ray because I figured I wasn't wiping you out anytime soon. And also Kangaskhan, well, he's an okay guy to confuse. He has high HP, so he has that going for him, but he does sort of have an attack defense mismatch that makes confusion fun and good. But yeah, confuse Ray. This is confuse Ray is what you do when you're sort of determined that you've lost this thing and you just have to kind of piece things together.
And yeah, so I did get confused, but I powered through it and I paralyzed your Zubat.
And you had the best turn ever.
Well, no, the best turn ever would be a critical hit.
You crit also, yeah, but you had a very good turn.
Yeah, I got what I wanted. And at this point, I just need to deal with a paralyzed, almost dead Zubat, a sleeping Jolteon, and a Geodude. So I'm sitting pretty here. And I decide to... interesting. I decide to switch to Vaporeon here.
Do you not watch the battle in advance?
I do. I don't pay that close attention to it. I'm just a little bit surprised, I guess, at my choice here of the Vaporeon, because the Vaporeon is a hard counter to Geodude, but then again, Kangaskhan has Earthquake, Abra has Psychic, so it's not as though I'm that scared of the Geodude anyway. I think my hope is just Kangaskhan's a very strong Pokemon, I don't want it to confuse, so I can just send in Vaporeon. It can maybe take a hit from the Zubat and then just finish you off. That's the idea here.
I use Double Edge. I'm in attack mode now. I'm really mad about that paralysis, though. That sucks so bad. This is nice. Yeah. This is nice, but you know it's to no end. You just know the next thing is gonna come out and fuck you.
So, Yeah, I was hoping to survive that double edge, but I'm still not too concerned. I just basically need to deal with the Geodude at this
Yeah,
point.
don't be greedy. All you've managed to reset your confusion status, which
Yeah,
is great.
it's great. So in comes Kangaskhan once again, and this time I'm body slamming,
That's actually that's an example of like an effective mat switch.
which means it's not a mat switch.
No, but it's like it's a mat switch in form, but not in function.
Yeah, sure. It's a mat
All
switch
right.
in medias res.
Now you're using it wrong.
All right, I use body slam here.
I used Confused Ray. Like, I know that what needs to happen is you get a 256 miss, and I confuse you.
That did
That's
not
the
happen.
path to victory.
And what's next for my Kangaskhan?
Well, it's just Geodude, right? Like, you don't send out your Jolteon here. It's asleep.
And it's earthquake time.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I was debating whether or not to just blow this guy up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, it would, it might not even kill you, and then it has me like hoping like a sleeping Jolteon does something against a paralyzed Abra, which is really hoping that it was a low roll on the sleep. But I decided to just like use Earthquake and just sort of see how much it did,
Makes sense. Let's see how much it did. So my earthquake does 50%, pretty solid.
which is brutal.
Yours does
Brutal.
34.
Yeah, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. You do 50% with yours. I'm like, fuck, I might not even get another turn.
Yeah,
Should have just blown this fucker up.
and I'm going with another earthquake here.
Yeah, I picked Explosion.
You said that very like glummy. I picked explosion.
Well, what do you expect, man?
All right, well,
I'm out of options here.
R.I.P. your Geodude. In
Yeah,
comes your Jolteon, and I'm going with earthquake here.
I picked nothing. I'm asleep.
Yeah, and R.I.P. Jolteon, and that is the battle.
Yep.
So yeah, for that battle, for my MVP, I'm gonna actually give it to Caterpie. Uh, I think Caterpie had a very strong showing against the Weeping Bell. I was quite impressed with what it got there. And hello, by the way, to Alien Monkey, our illustrious moderator. Um,
Yeah. Long time, buddy.
hey, don't don't antagonize the audience. Um, for
I only say it would be nice to you this episode.
wow,
I have to. There's a transference of rage.
I feel like this transference is not working well. I feel like if you're gonna be mean to somebody, you should be mean to your co-host and not the audience. Um,
Okay.
or maybe
At least I'm not being mean to the person with the snowflake. They're famous.
are they?
They have a snowflake. You don't have that.
Does that mean that they're famous? I don't know what this. Apparently, if I hover over the snowflake, it says direct relief charity 2018. So
They're nice. We know that. They're charitable.
yeah. Um, Alien
Plus,
Monkey is
apparently they have a funny story to tell us.
is flipping. a
Alien
table.
Monkey apparently only communicates in abbreviations and illustrations.
I must implore you to stop antagonizing your audience. I really don't think this is how we're gonna get our K. Anyway, MVP was Caterpie. LVP Flareon. That thing did not do as well against a Weedle as it should have.
Yeah.
What about you?
My MVP, I'm gonna pick Jolteon because it really fucked up. It didn't really fuck up the eggs, but it did way more It like did way more against them than it had any business doing. And also, it's my favorite, so fuck you.
Fair. I thought we were being nice. Why are you just saying "fuck you" out of nowhere? What have I done to deserve this?
I was anticipating a negative response, and that was wrong of me.
Okay.
I fucked up.
I thought you were mad at this Jolteon for not having pin missile.
That's not its fault.
Okay.
It's not the dog's fault.
And who's your LVP?
Weeping Bell.
Yeah, fair enough.
Come on, dude.
To be fair, I think you kind of misused it
Against a Caterpie, though?
against the Caterpie, though. Yeah, you're right. So if you had played this battle differently, do you think you could have won it?
I don't know. I think I could have come a bit closer if I didn't do that whole Weeping Bell gambit, but I'm still not sure I actually win it. Would have been nice to have like a special attacker against that Kangaskhan. Especially
Yeah.
especially one that's not weak to ground.
Right.
Yeah. But then again, like that means I probably lose Zubat to the Caterpie, for being honest. Like that Caterpie,
A
I hate to say it, but like that Caterpie is actually,
contender.
well, it's not really it's just
A nuisance.
it's powerful enough to be a nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just like it can like barely hit you with stuff, but it's just like great. I have a move that does recoil.
Yep.
I have to take 25% of the Caterpie's health. And like I just have to, I just have to account for that.
Yep.
Because like both of the guys I'm going to use to attack the Caterpie have double edge.
Yeah. It is. It is a very cute little matchup where you have
I
a
mean,
Caterpie against a bunch of double edgers
maybe I should like maybe that's why you save the Porygon. Like the
for Caterpie.
because the Porygon against the Caterpie, the Porygon doesn't care. You're like, oh, maybe doing like what 30% to it, and it's just recovering and recovering, and it's just like fuck you, Caterpie, like get out of here.
Well, the thing is, you only learn about the Caterpie after I fainted your Porygon.
Right. I mean, like the Caterpie is the low key toys.
No, I am not going to accept that. That is a bridge too far.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. That's fine.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Let's.
This has been episode 42 of Mans Who Play Mons. You can visit our website at tinyurl.com/mans who play mons. You can,
Ooh, what was that noise?
I don't know, a car outside or something.
Sounded like a hell beast.
It was probably a car. I'm going to assume
Six
it
to
was a
one.
car. You can email us at manswhoplaymons@gmail.com. And you can tell us in your email.
Does the Firestorm guy want to share the story about the glitched Pikachu?
I would love to hear about the glitch Pikachu. I'm not sure if Firestorm is still in the chat, but if so, I'd love to hear it.
Is there a way to check that?
I don't know. I am
right.
not a Twitch expert.
All right, let's vamp for 1 minute. That's all they got.
So you can email us at manswhoplaymons@gmail.com and let us know who you side with on the so-called Windex incident.
You side with me. Or siding with me.
So until next time, I have been Ilya.
I have been Matt.
I don't think we're getting that story, friend.
No.
Maybe next time.
I think we have alienated everyone.
Daddy Machine 69 has confirmed that Firestorm left. R.I.P. Firestorm.
Bye.
Do you find it ironic that somebody named Firestorm has an ice, like a snowflake in their icon?
I don't think that was their choice.
Maybe maybe their name melted their snowflake and they had to leave. That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you in a week.
Maybe one day I'll get an icon. Probably not. Bye.